seated this morning, so just find a comfortable cross-legged seat. And perhaps, you can sway from side to side on your sit bones, just to, find that sweet spot. Beautiful. And then we'll gently come to stillness, resting the hands on the knees, and bring the eyes to a gentle close. Start to arrive into the space on the mat. Starting to tune into your breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax the jaw. Relax the muscles around the eyes. And sit up nice and tall. Your mind might be rushing, thinking of all the things you have to do today, and that's absolutely normal. But try and carve this half an hour out for yourselves, trying to be fully present and using the breath to anchor yourselves to the present moment. So it can be a very useful tool. Lovely, and then when you're ready to, we'll gently flutter the eyes open. We'll start taking a few movements with the upper body. So we'll interlace the fingers, inhale and sweep the arms up towards the sky. Really stretching the sides of the body, and you can squeeze the shoulders up towards the ears. Breathing deeply. Stretching. Lovely. And then let's release the arms back down. Hands come to the mat. Then we'll press into the mat with the right hand. Inhale, left arm comes up and over. Lovely. And then we'll take it over to the other side. So we'll bring the left arm down. Left hand presses into the mat. Right arm comes up and over. Stretching the right side of the body. And try to anchor down through that right hip joint. And sit bone. Lovely. And then we'll release, we'll come back to center. And we'll inhale, sweep the left arm up, and we'll bring the left hand to the right ear. And we want to bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Bring a very gentle stretch to the right side of the neck. And if you want to intensify that stretch, you can walk your right fingertips out towards the side. So just, play with that and see how far you want to go with the stretch. Lovely, and we'll gently release, come back to center. Head comes upright, and then we'll take it to the other side, inhaling the right arm up and over. Gently rest the right hand on the left ear, and we'll bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And try not to press too strongly with the right hand. The weight of the hand should be enough to give you a gentle stretch. Lovely, and then we'll gently release and come back to center. And we'll take a gentle twist. So we'll inhale, sweep the arms up, fingers to the sky, And then exhale, we'll gently twist over towards the right, bringing the arms down. So the right hand will be on the floor behind you, left hand gently resting on the right knee. And take a few deep breaths into the twist. Lovely, and then we'll gently de-rotate back to center, bringing the torso where we started. And then the same on the other side, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, fingers reach to the sky. Exhale, gently rotate the torso towards the left, bringing the hands down. Right hand to the left knee, left hand on the floor beside you. Breathing into the twist. Lovely, and then we'll gently de-rotate back to center. Let's release the legs, perhaps give them a bit of a shake. They've been folded for a little while now. And then when you're ready to, we'll just make our way to an all fours position, so tabletop. Spreading the fingers nice and wide, and let's take a few cat-cows. Inhaling, arching the spine, shining the chest forward. Exhale, dropping the head, doming the back. Inhale, arching. Exhale, rounding. Taking a few more like this in your own time. Really tuning into the breath. And in the morning, our connective tissue can be very tight, stiff, so this kind of movement should feel very good. Beautiful. And then we'll meet again in our neutral tabletop. And just for a moment, we'll lower our seat to our heels, coming into a child's pose. Just for a few breaths. Feel the breath filling up the sides of the chest, the sides of the torso. Breathing into the back body. And then on your next inhale, we'll come back up to all fours. Exhale, back down to child's pose. Inhale, back up to all fours. Exhale, back down to child's pose. And let's just take a few more like this, between all fours and child's pose, working to oil the hip joints. Lovely. And then we'll meet again in all fours. And then we'll gently just sit on our heels. So coming into hero pose. And then as we did before, we'll interlace the fingers and sweep the arms up towards the ceiling, stretching the sides of the body. And you have a few options here, so you can stay here if you're happy. If not, we'll come up onto the knees and tuck all 10 toes, and then gently sit back onto the heels again. So the idea here is that we really want to stretch the balls of the feet, starting to wake up the feet. So this is quite an intense stretch for the feet, so just play with it. If it's too much, you can just come back down to normal hero pose. One more breath here. And then we'll gently release the arms down. And gently we'll unravel into a forward fold. So we'll lift the knees up off the mat and start to lengthen the legs very gently. And then we'll just let the head hang, the neck loose, coming into our forward fold. We can grab hold of opposite elbows and sway from side to side. Or if you want to bring a bit of movement in the upper body, you can also open the arms from side to side. Beautiful. And then very gently with our hands, we'll bring them down to the mat and we'll walk our way back to a tabletop position and gently release our thighs, belly, chest down towards the mat. Releasing the toes, nice long legs. And then we'll place the hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, peeling the forehead, the chest off the mat. Low cobra. Exhale, come back down to the mat. Inhale, coming up, low cobra. Waking up the back body. Exhale, coming back down. And one last time, we'll peel the forehead and the chest off the mat. Perhaps coming a little bit higher, cobra pose. And then we'll press into the hands, come back through all fours. And then tuck the toes and gently make your way up to downward facing dog. No rush here. Beautiful. And then when we get there in our dog, what we'll do, we'll inhale, come up onto tiptoes, really stretching the feet, and then exhale, release the heels back down. Inhale, up onto tiptoes, exhale, release the heels down. One last time, inhale, up onto tiptoes, exhale, heels back down. And then when you're ready to, we'll inhale, ripple forwards into high plank. And then bend the knees, coming into a floating tabletop. And then back up to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forwards once more. Bend the knees, floating tabletop, and then when they're about to hit the mat, we'll press back up into downward dog. One last time like this, we'll ripple forwards, high plank, bend the knees, and then back up to dog. Beautiful. And then we'll gently release the knees down towards the mat. And just come up onto your knees, hands on the hips. Lovely. And actually we'll give our hands and our wrists a bit of a shake. Lovely. And then we'll bring our hands to our hips and we'll step the left foot forward. So it will come into a 90-degree angle in front of us. Beautiful. And then we'll pivot the lower right leg sideways so that it's parallel with the short edge of the mat. Beautiful. And for a moment here, let's lean into the left leg as if it was a kind of sideways lunge. And you can intensify the stretch by pressing the left arm into the inside of the left leg. Beautiful. Lovely. And then we'll come back up. We'll lengthen the left leg along the mat so that our foot is parallel with the short edge of the mat. Bring the right hand down. Inhale, sweep the left arm up towards the sky. Gate pose variation. So we have a few options here. You can stay here. Other option is to lift the left leg and the left foot off the mat. And if you want to go a bit further, you could also bend the left knee and take hold of the left foot with the left hand. So coming into a gentle back bend here. So just work with whatever option is feels best for you this morning. Lovely, and then we'll release the leg back down and we'll walk our hands back towards the front of the mat. Pivot the feet and the legs so that we're back in a lunge position. Find your balance, and then we'll interlace the fingers. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. Beautiful, stretching the sides of the body. And then gently we'll release the interlace and bring the hands down to the mat. And as we do so, we'll lengthen the left leg, coming into a hamstring stretch, flexing the left foot. Lovely. We'll inhale, sweep the arms back up, low lunge. Exhale, come down to hamstring stretch. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the arms back up. And the next time we'll bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Press into your right hand and open up to the side, bringing the left hand up towards the ceiling. Side twist. Beautiful. Then we'll bring the left hand back down to the mat and gently step back to a tabletop position, and we'll gently come back up onto our knees to where we started. And now we'll do exactly the same but on the opposite side. So this time we'll bring our right leg out in front of us during this 90-degree angle, and we'll pivot the lower left leg sideways. Beautiful. And then again, we'll gently lean into that right leg, perhaps using the right arm to intensify that stretch. Side twist. Beautiful. And then we'll gently come back up. We'll lengthen the right leg, foot parallel with the short edge of the mat. Bring the left hand down, to the mat. Inhale, sweep the right arm up, fingers reach to the sky. And again, we have those three options here. Either we stay here, or we can gently lift the right leg off the mat, or perhaps bend the knee and take hold of the foot with a hand. Wherever you are, just don't forget to breathe. Lovely, and then we'll release back down to the mat, lengthening the leg, and then we'll gently walk the hands back to the front of the mat, pivoting the legs, coming into our low lunge. Find a stable position with your legs, and then we'll interlace the fingers, sweeping the arms up towards the sky. Beautiful. Lovely. And when you're ready to, we'll release the hands back down to the mat. And as we do so, we'll lengthen the right leg, hamstring stretch. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, low lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch, bring the arms down. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hamstring stretch. Inhale, sweep the arms up, low lunge. And then we'll bring the hands down next time to frame the front foot. And actually we'll bring the right hand to the inside of the right foot. And let's heel toe the right foot so that it's right on the edge of the mat, pointing towards 1 or 2 o'clock. And then we'll tuck the toes of the left foot, lift the knee, and very gently and lightly step the left foot to the front of the mat so that you find yourselves in a squat. Beautiful. We'll press the palms against each other in front of the chest. Sit up nice and tall and really press the backs of the arms into the insides of the knees. Breathe in deeply, feeling the lovely opening in the hip joints here. We've done a lot of work to oil the hip joints, so this should feel quite comfortable. Lovely. And then when you're ready to, we'll very gently release down with our sit bones on the mat and just lengthen the legs for a moment. Perhaps giving our legs a little shake from side to side. Lovely. And then what we'll do, we'll bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, and very gently, with control, we'll release down to the mat. Lovely. Keep the knees bent, and we'll bring our feet as wide as the mat. So probably a bit wider than hip distance apart. We want the edges of the feet to be in line with the edges of the mat. And then we'll inhale our arms out into a T shape. Beautiful. And on an exhale, we'll release our knees and let them drop down towards the right, coming into a supine twist. Our gaze can be up towards the ceiling or over towards the left. Just work out what is more comfortable in your neck. And just breathe here. On each exhale, just allow the weight of your bones to allow you to release deeper and deeper into the mat. Lovely, and then we'll bring our gaze back to center, knees back up to center, and then we'll take it to the other side, dropping the knees over towards the left this time. And again, gaze either up towards the ceiling or over towards the right. Releasing on each exhale, deeper and deeper, melting into the mat. Lovely, and then when you're ready to, we'll bring the gaze back to center, knees back to center, and just bring the knees into the chest and give yourselves a big hug here. And then in your own time, just make your way back up to a comfortable seated position. So this could be either rolling up and down on your spine, or perhaps coming over into a fetal position and then gently pressing up. Whatever way feels right. Beautiful. And then we'll find a comfortable seated position here. Inhale deeply and sweep the arms up towards the sky, bringing the hands into prayer. And then gently releasing that prayer down to the forehead for kind thoughts, down to the mouth for kind words, and down to heart center for kind actions. And we'll bow together to seal the practice. Thank you so much.